Hey everybody, this is a SOMSFA playoff broadcast between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Tuning in a little bit late, flat pass right to Brent Selleck. The Dallas Cowboys got the kickoff, went down, got inside the 10, I believe, and then had to settle for a field goal. And now the Eagles have the ball, and they're driving back on their first drive, and they're down to the 22-yard line. The Eagles are led by Phillip Rivers with Jamal Charles in the backfield. Pretty explosive offense. Flat pass left to Malcolm Floyd. Rivers has a really good flat pass card, but he can do some other things, low turnover. So, and of course, Charles is going to get you to call run quite a bit more than you normally would, although his carries are limited. So that's what we'll be seeing. Jody is the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He runs a 4-3 defense. Bill Vargas is the coach of the Eagles. And his receivers are Floyd and Fitzgerald. Ryan Hewitt in there as a second tight end, along with Selleck. And run left to Charles, correctly called. He's got a high fumble number, too. He'll lose 4 on that one, blocking back +1 or -4. There was a linebacker there. And as you see, his fumble number is 76. Guessed right. So it's like 30-something, high 30s, guessed wrong. So 3rd and 14. The offensive line of the Eagles goes 6-7, 0-7, 0-3, 5-4, and 5-5. Charles stays in there in a 3-wide set. And he does have somebody else back there. I can't remember off the top of my head who it is. Take a quick look here. Philadelphia team computer manager. So he's got Langford and Bilal Powell. Bilal Powell is probably the more dangerous weapon. So Charles and Powell will get most of the carries today. Flat pass right to Larry Fitzgerald, being doubled by a linebacker, though, and the zone is empty. Got some promise here. As Jody goes for the triple-double, 3 double teams. It's going to be guessed wrong, but it only picks up 7. If it had hit the 4 on the receiver rating or one of the other numbers on the 0-man and zone card, it could have been a first down. But off to settle for the field goal. Robbie Gould comes out. This should tie it up. Now, depending on the pace of the game, I might not be able to record the whole thing. Kids got karate practice tonight, so we'll see how far we get in the allotted amount of time that I have to watch. But for right now, entertaining game, 3-3. We got 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Kicks 3 yards deep in the end zone, and now we'll get our first look on this broadcast at the Dallas Cowboys offense. He runs A.J. McCarron out there, along with, let's say, he's got DeMarco Murray. He's got Rashad Jennings. He's got Carlos Williams, who's a very usable fullback type card. He only has 93 carries, though, so I think he'll have to use him either only in the first half unlimited only in the first half or the second half. Deshaun Jackson and Terrence Williams is a nice receiver combo, and Jordan Reed is the tight end. Both these teams, I believe, went 9-7 or 10-6. Off tackle left to Carlos Williams. Offensive onside end +5 or +0. So he must be unlimited in the first half. Let me look at the file here. The roster file will list what a coach has for their unlimited carries. Carlos Williams is also a good receiver, and he's covered by a 0 here. So he might be trying to run to get him to call run and then go deep with him. Off tackle to Williams, so there he is, +26. Told you Williams has a really nice card. His carries are limited too. But let's take a look at the rosters to see how often he's supposed to run him. Dallas. Carlos Williams unlimited in the first half, so that's when he'll be the danger man. AVG trying to pop up and get you to buy something extra. You got 26 yards there off tackle. Guessed wrong. doing -1, guessed right. Linebacker to Carlos Williams. Bill must not realize that he's a pretty powerful running back as he tries to double team twice again. Or maybe Jody, that's what he's doing. Jody trying to set him up, run, and then hit him deep with a bomb to Williams. Because like I said, Carlos Williams is one of those rare fullbacks that can go deep, fullbacks or halfbacks. So we'll watch for that. 40-yard line now, 2nd and 4. 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Williams has 8 unfatigued carries left. Linebucker Williams, there's 2 men there. Still no run call, though. Picks up 3. Look at that. On linebucker, he's got short gains on 6 and 8. 3rd and 1 now as this first quarter comes to an end. Cowboys go full house. Their offensive line goes 5-4-4-4-4 with a 4 tight end. Their pass ratings are 7-4-3-4-7. So 7's on the tackles, which is where you want them. Bill responds with a 4-3 flat pass right to Rashad with the pass call. Linebacker in zone, extra short gain. He picks up 14 and a first down. The white die was a 5, and that linebacker is a 0. So that might have been a good time to sneak out his inside linebacker to cover that flat to support that 0. You got 6-6-4-0, so you definitely have the affordability to leave the 6s on their own and push an extra guy over there, whether it's the free safety or the inside linebacker. But big first down there. Short pass to Terrence Williams, single covered, but it hits blank on McCarron's guard. Even McCarron has a really good flat pass guard, but he also has a decent short pass guard, even though the interception splits on 10. Let's look at McCarron's full card here. Got a little bit of must run, but look at that flat. Tons of options there. 3-4 showing blitz, 2nd and 10. What kind of pass rush does Bill have? He's showing blitz. He's got a 4-7, 5-6, 4-1. And then linebackers are 7-0. Not much end run right to Rashad Jennings. There's a man there, guessed wrong, but it's defensive end -2 or +3, and Jared Audrick can't make the play. His 4 rating doesn't match up to the white die 5, so it'll be 3rd and 7. If he hadn't put a man there, though, it would have been a 7-yard pickup, and it would have been 3rd and 3. Pass Rashad Jennings, double team Jordan Reed, picks up 5. That'll be 4th and 2. Bad shanked on an 11. 2 through 10 was good, but Brandon McManus stubs his toe and cooked it to the left. Yard flat passes. It's a looking pass to Brent Selleck. No shank, says Jody. Another spectator joined. And run left to Charles. This is another run call. Charles also has limited carries, so let's check out. He picks up 9 thanks to the block there on the edge by Ryan Hewitt. Charles has 6 unfatigued carries left. Let's go check out Philadelphia. Charles is unlimited in the first half. There's He's got some other backs in there, but like I said, looking past to Charles, there's a 4 linebacker there. It's going to be guessed right. Picks up 6 in the first down. 1st and 10 out to the 42, or the 48, excuse me. I'm going to call some testing that we're doing on a league file. Anyway, sorry for interrupting the broadcast. That was a short pass into 4-man in zone, and Kevin Johnson could not make the play against. Where he did make the play, he was double teamed. There was a double team there, short yardage to Jamal Charles. Jody sensing another run coming on, and he got guessed right. So that's going to lose a yard. Again, Charles has a high fumble number. So 3rd and 11. Charles stays in the game. Moncrief, Malcolm Floyd, I believe. Let's check it. And Larry Fitzgerald. Moncrief, Selleck, and Fitzgerald are all covered by 4s. We saw that triple-double team earlier, and then he tried to flat pass his way to a first. Let's see what happens this time. Short pass of Fitzgerald being double covered, and he's being double covered by the free safety, it looks like. So that'll be a true double team, but it's a dump off, 20-yard gainer as Phil Rivers senses the heat, scrambles out of trouble, and drops it to Jamal Charles, who takes it down to the 33-yard line. So it is 1st and 10 down to the 33. The sack test was Dwight Freeney against Terran Armstead. And it was a 16% chance of a sack, and the random roll was a 19. It shows you those little things. He was double covered correctly, so he got a little bit of a boost from 8 to 10. He went down from 9 to 8 initially because of the formation, or being in the shotgun, excuse me. Flat pass left to Malcolm Floyd. Linebacker in zone makes the play. He's rated a 5. That's Levante David. But the dump off, if we would just put a little more pressure, if we would have brought a couple of those linebackers up, that would have sealed it, and he would have got a sack. So it's those little things in Strat that make a big difference. Long pass to Fitzgerald, single covered by a 4, 0-man in zone. This could be a big play. And it hits the receiver reading, but does not land on Fitz's card. What was an 8 on Floyd's card? 8 on Floyd's card would have been incomplete too. How about good old Brent Selleck? Did he have a hit on 8? Nope. So no matter who he was throwing it to, that receiver reading would have came up short. 3rd and 10, just outside field goal range. Do you run it here to get closer and make sure you take the lead? Or do you try to go big or go home and go for the first down? Let's look at the Dallas pass rush. They've got Randy Starks as a 5-1 and run left. He's trying to run it. That could be dangerous here. If it's a white die 1, it'll be guessed right and push him back. But no, it's guessed wrong, picks up 9. And that'll bring up 4th and 1. Interesting situation here. If it had been a white die 1, it would still gain 2 yards. Charles has a nice card. You know, aside from the fumble issues, he can do some things for you. 4th and 1, he'll have to either kick the field goal to take the lead or go for it. Charles is also good guessed right. He's going to go for it. It's got a full house backfield. Powell and Charles and Rivers are the possible runners here. Hewitt's bad, guessed right or guessed wrong, so I can't imagine he'd give it to him. If you throw a flat here out of this formation, it'll be 2-man in zone if it lands on the D card, which is problematic if you're trying to pick this up. It's off tackle right to Charles. King Powell. So it's guest strong on the running backs card. Offensive onside tackle +4, +0, and Kyle Long makes the block, supplemented by the full house formation, usually a 5, boosted up to a 6. So nice play there. And Philadelphia is not happy just to settle for the field goal. They're going for the touchdown. They're at the 20. 7:30 to go in the half. Short pass to Selleck. It's a run call, so it's going to be guessed wrong, 3-minute zone. This could be a good play for the offense. Or it could be an incomplete. Hit a receiver reading. He's not maxed out. So you got blanks on there. And that's, indicative of the quality of players you have or the type of year they had. You can make a great call as a coach, just like in the NFL, and the players mess it up. They drop it. They run the wrong route. A defensive player comes up and swats it. You just never know. So that's why I like Strat-O-Matic. I like the control you have as a coach, but I also like that there's a little bit of luck involved as well, which, of course, there's going to be in a cards and dice game. 2nd and 10, and run left to Charles, guessed wrong, 0-minute zone. There's a 5 defensive end there. Offensive onside tackle, +5 or +0, picks up 5. Terran Armstead. There's no injuries now in some of the playoffs. So these guys are going to be able to have their full strength teams and not be snake bit by an injury. Third and 5, 6:36 to go in the half. Both these teams play ball control style, flat pass offense. They'll try to hit you with the occasional big play. There's no 6 linebackers on either school on this team at all. The other Philly on defense has 2. It's a look and pass. Nice call there. It's going to be guessed right on the quarterbacks. Oh, guessed wrong on the quarterback's card because there's nobody in there. And even if it was guessed right, that would have been a completion. That's Phil Rivers for you. So it'll be 1st and goal to 6. Good call, too, by Jody, because knowing he's going to try to flat pass for it, he had 2 of the zones covered, 2 of the 3 zones covered, but that's that 3rd zone that bit you. So 3-3 score, 6 minutes to go in the half, 1st and goal to 6. Short pass to Selleck of the run call, 4-minute end zone. Guessed wrong, 4-min. And remember, Selleck doesn't have a maxed out card, and there it hits another blank. 2nd and goal at the 6. Charles, like I said, is unlimited in the first half. He's down to only 2 unfatigued carries. He switches it up and decides to go to a blocking back halfback lineup. Charles and Floyd are the receivers. Short pass to Selleck. It's another run call, 4-minute zone. Thinking he's going to go to Charles. Selleck is just dropping it left and right. That's the 3rd one on this drive where it was guessed wrong on his card and he could not make the play. If he had gone to Fitz on those throws, it would be 10-3 right now. 3rd and goal to 6. Selleck did get that big 9-yard pickup to pick up that last 3rd down. He still stays blocking back halfback. Let me see if I'm right. Does Fitzgerald have a... Yeah, he has a maxed out short pass card. Both Fitzgerald and Selleck are covered by a 4. The 4-3 showing blitz this time. Jody wants him to think he's going to call pass. It's an in run to Charles. It is a pass call. If it's on Charles' card, it's a good chance to be a touchdown. It's on the defensive cards, no guarantees. It's on Charles' card, and there you go. That's his 2nd to last unfatigued carry, and he makes it count. It's a nice end run. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's the extra point. It's up, and it's good. So 10-3. Eagles take the lead. Remember, the Cowboys had just drove the field and settled for a field goal attempt, and they missed a 2-through-10 field goal on a 4th and 2. They decided to take this kickoff out 9 yards deep. It's a 29-yard return by Deontay Thompson, and it'll be 1st and 10 Cowboys with under 5 minutes to go in the half. Remember, Carlos Williams is another runner that has unfatigued first half carries to burn. He's got 7 carries left. That doesn't mean you can't use him in the second half, but you can only use him on third downs or, in certain situations. Long pass to Terrence Williams, single covered and complete, like second down and 1 through 4 or something like that. So Williams can still get some carries in, but the way Bill's calling pass all the time, look for Williams to bust one here if Jody decides to go to him. So you got those 2-6 linebackers, you got a 4 and a 0 there on the edge, a 5 cornerback and a 5 free safety. Off tackle left to Williams. He's trying to hit that plus 26 again. And here's the roll. Survey says it's the dreaded 5. 5 plus 0. 5, 0, 0, 0. Got 0 guessed wrong, 0 guessed right, or -1 guessed right, -2 keyed. 3-4 showing blitz on 3rd and 10. He sticks with Carlos Williams. Maybe he'll run him here, thinking that he'll move that 4 linebacker over and break contain. Nope, short pass to Reed, and here comes the heat, and down goes A.J. McCarron. Jared Odrick, supplemented by the additional linebackers, had his pass rush rating boosted up to a 9, and he took advantage of the normally steady Josh Sitton, who has a 7. It was a 22% chance of a sack, and the random roll was a 6. 41-yard punt. That's good field position coming up here for the Eagles as they try to extend their lead to a 2-score lead before half. Jared Hayne, the Aussie, into the game, returns at 5 yards on the punt return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Philadelphia at the Dallas 46. Charles still has a carry left. You can even run him fatigued a couple times because there's lots of short gains there on the edge. Puts him in a bind here, 3:18 to go in the half. Long pass to Floyd. He calls run to worry about Charles, but there's 0 men in zone. He is covered by a 6, though, and it's a blank on Rivers' card. It just goes to show you it's hard to complete long passes no matter what, even if it's guessed wrong, and that's the way it should be. 2nd and 10. Second quarter. 3 minutes to go. He needs 1 or 2 first downs to get into field goal range. Jody goes to a 3-3-5, which you can do, I believe, in the last part of the first half. It's the last 3 minutes. Let's look at the Constitution. See, even I don't have all these things memorized. Don't miss a play. Looking past Jamal Charles, there's 2 men there. It's going to be guessed right, and it's going to go on the D card, incomplete. Nice call by Jody. 3-3-5. 3-3-5. 0 to 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Two minutes in the second quarter, so he shouldn't have gone to a 3-3-5 there. That should not have been allowed. But NFLS says don't say anything, so I wouldn't dare type anything. But just be aware of that, coaches. Short pass to Dante Moncrief. Being double covered by the free safety, it's incomplete. So nice stand there by the Cowboys. Not only did they prevent Dallas from increasing their lead to a 2-score lead, they're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes left to go in the half. 2:06, they'll get the ball, I believe. Coffin corner punt's going to take it to the 7-yard line. 2:06 to go. A.J. McCarron and the boys take over at their own 7. So even though you have a flat pass type of quarterback, you still have some weapons there with Deshaun Jackson, Terrence Williams. Carlos Williams can go deep. I think he's limited by because he doesn't have a dot. And run right to Rashad Jennings. Picks up 12. Gets out of bounds. Nice job. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left. Although the out of bounds was meaningless since we're at the 2-minute warning. Still expecting some Carlos Williams action. He can run and run. You have a potential for a little bit of a big play plus the short gains. Rashad Jennings is unlimited in either half with 195 carries. Flat pass right. He's trying to key Williams. Flat pass right to Jordan Reed. And it's the linebacker in zone X or short gain, and it's a short gain out to the 35. So suddenly the Cowboys have picked up 28 yards, and they're got plenty of time left. They'll probably go hurry up here. No reason to use the timeout quite yet. And of course, the Eagles are thinking about that powerful running card of Carlos Williams. 1st and 10 out to the 35. You get a guess wrong reading on Deshaun Jackson's card, you could be in for some big yards. Long pass to Jackson. He's thinking what I'm thinking. There's a man back there, guessed right. And there's some linebackers coming to put some heat on the quarterback. It's a must run for 6 yards. So despite having a sparse amount of completions, guessed right, he at least has a must run there. That'll get you a little bit of yardage. +5 on 2 through 7. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave after the first half, I believe. I'm not going to be able to continue to call the game. Well, maybe a little bit. Let's see. I can probably stay till 5:45 and still get my kiddos to karate on time. But that's not very much more time. So we'll have to leave this game in progress. Line back to Williams. Offensive center +10 or +2 picks up another 10 yards. After that 6-yard must run, it's into Eagle territory. And now is the time to start using your timeouts. 1:07 to go. Call that timeout. Keep it at 1 minute left. He does. 1st and 10. Stays pro set. Eagles respond with a 3-4. Flat pass left to Jackson. There's a 6 there. Guessed right on McCarron's card. Picks up 5. 2nd and he gets out of bounds, so didn't have to use a timeout. So 52 seconds left, 2nd and 5, 44-yard line. If you're Jody, you're feeling pretty good about at least getting a field goal. Flat pass right to Jennings. There was a 4 linebacker there. Picks up 3. The left linebacker was empty. 3rd and 2. 45 seconds left. And he got out of bounds. So, 2 plays in a row he's gotten out of bounds. You get out of bounds on even numbers on the white die. So that means 2, 4, and 6, which obviously if you land on the D cards, you have a 2/3 chance to get out of bounds. You only have a 1/3 chance of getting out of bounds on the offensive cards. I always thought they should do that a little differently, maybe have a second roll to determine the out of bounds. Line back to Carlos Williams, 2-minute zone, guessed wrong. And it's a short gain on the halfback's card, or fullback in this case. And it's down to the 25-yard line. Still plenty of time left. You have to use the timeout to take it down to 37 seconds. Now all Bill's thinking is try to keep this out of the end zone. Look at that random rating on the fumble check, a roll of 1,000. So, you know, it's 1 to 1,000, folks, not 0 to 9999. 1's the lowest, 1,000's the highest. Short passage, Deshaun Jackson, guessed right. 3-minute zone. Ooh, it's picked off. Just as we're saying all Bill can hope for is to hold him to a field goal, his defense takes a stand, picks off A.J. McCarron at the 10-yard line, and he's returning it. He's going to the 25, to the 35, and he's brought down by A.J. McCarron, who rushed over and made the tackle. At least that's what it looked like on the animation. If it had been 4-minute zone, that still would have been an interception. It was on the 12. So 30 seconds left. I think Bill's just going to be happy to stop the score. He's gotten 2 good breaks. He's gotten an interception there at the end of the half, which could have been a touchdown, could have been a field goal chance. And then he had that missed field goal, a missed 2 through 10 field goal. So in playoff games, just like in regular season games, you got luck, you got big plays, turnovers, that can all play a significant factor. And so far, the luck has been on the Eagle side. And they decided to run a line buck with Phil Rivers. That's showing you that he's not looking to take too many chances. So he's just going to let the clock run down, even with 3 timeouts. Probably taking a knee here. And it'll be 10-3 going into the half. Now, I believe Dallas got the ball first. So the Eagles have a 10-3 lead, and they'll get the ball. They have Langford check into the game so he doesn't waste a carry by Charles. Off tackle right to Langford, picks up 3. So that's the end of the half. I really would like to call this whole game, but my kids really would like to go to karate, so it's to juxtapose those 2 desires. Here's the third quarter. Let's see if we get we go right to the kickoff. Not even an obligatory good half. And it'll be the Eagles ball at the 20. It's the touchback on Brandon McManus's card. Brandon McManus, private eye. Oh, there's a good half. Jody throws it out there. Bill needs a quick break. And I think I'm going to shut it down here. Gosh, should I go now? Yeah, I better go. I wish I could keep calling it, guys. But I might as well take advantage of this break. See if Tom wants to call the second half.